What's up guys, Joseph Rakic here from josephrakicfitness.com, and today in this video I'm going to go over my top 6 supplements to build muscle. Now we're going to get straight into this video, so starting off with number 1, and that is whey protein. Now whey protein may not be 100% necessary. If you're getting enough protein through your diet, through chicken, steak, eggs, fish, etc., then that's perfectly fine. But supplementing with protein powder is an easy and convenient way to make sure you hit your protein requirements. Now, my personal recommendations for protein intake per day for optimal muscle gains is 1 gram of protein per pound of your lean body weight. So your lean body weight is your total body weight minus your estimated body fat percentage. Now, let's just say your lean body weight was 170 pounds. I would then advise that you consume 170 grams of protein per day as a minimum starting point for optimal muscle gains. Now, like I said, you can get this protein from whole foods, but if you struggle consuming enough protein from whole foods, then supplementing with protein powders is an easy and convenient way to make sure you hit your recommended daily intake. So that is why protein powder is number 1 on my list of the most important supplements when it comes to building muscle. Number 2 is creatine monohydrate. Now, there are many different creatines out there. I only recommend going for creatine monohydrate as it is the most studied form of creatine there is. All these other forms of creatine that say they're better than creatine monohydrate, simply not true, because creatine monohydrate saturates your muscle cells 100%, and you can't get any more than 100% saturation. So that's why I go for creatine monohydrate and no other fancy type of creatine. Now, creatine has many benefits. It's good for strength, it's good for explosive power, helping with fatigue, so you can do more reps. It's good for holding water in the muscle cell, giving your muscle the appearance of muscle fullness. Not to mention, holding water in the muscle cell is very anabolic in itself. Creatine as well is very good for muscle growth. So aside from protein, I would say this is the next most important supplement that you can take if you're serious about making some serious muscle gains. Now, the important thing is when it comes to creatine supplementation, the timing that you take your creatine doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter if you take it first thing in the morning, before you work out, after you work out, before you go to sleep. It makes no difference at all, the timing that you take it. It's completely different to caffeine. If you take caffeine, you feel the effects from it right away. For creatine to work, your muscle cells need to be saturated with creatine. And the only way to saturate your muscles with creatine is make sure that you take it on a daily basis. So rather than worrying about the best time to take creatine, focus on taking it every single day to keep your muscles fully saturated. So I take 5 grams of creatine daily with my first meal of the day. And I do that, no need to cycle on or off. The third supplement on my list is fish oil. Now you guys probably think fish oil is just a supplement for your health, which yes, it is a great supplement for your health. Good for your bones, good for your skin, good for your joints. And when you are training hard and heavy, your joints do go under a lot of stress as well. So you want to make sure that you keep your joints healthy so that you can train longer, you can train harder, and you can stay in the sport for a much longer period of time because you don't get worn out from injuries or cartilage breakdown and stuff like that. Now, fish oil is essential fatty acids, your EFAs, your omega-3s and stuff like that, which means it is essential for you to consume from your diet. Now, if you're not consuming fatty fish like salmon a couple times per week, then I definitely recommend that you supplement with fish oil to make sure you hit your recommended intake of essential fatty acids. Now, essential fatty acids have so much crucial benefits for the body. 1, they do help with muscle growth, but also fat is very important for hormone production, especially testosterone. So if you're not consuming enough fat and you're not consuming enough essential fatty acids, your testosterone levels will not be at optimal levels. And without optimal levels of testosterone, you won't be able to build muscle at the optimal rate. So that is why I say fish oil is a crucial supplement to supplement with during your daily diet if you're not consuming enough EFAs through fatty fish and stuff like that. 4th supplement on my list is a multivitamin. Now, vitamins and minerals, yes, it's very important for health, but they have so many other bodily functions that are crucial for muscle gain, especially muscle protein synthesis. Now, you have to understand that There are many different vitamins and minerals. You've got B vitamins, you've got your vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin C, zinc, magnesium. All of these vitamins and minerals play a crucial role in the bigger picture. Now, hitting your macros over the day is very important. Your protein, your carbohydrates, and your fats. But if you want to perform at an optimal level and you want to make optimal gains in growing muscle, you also need to pay attention to your macros. Now, no matter how good your diet is, no matter how varied your diet is, it is going to be super hard to make sure that you get optimal levels of all of your vitamins and minerals to really perform at a high level and make optimal muscle gains. That is why I say it is important to supplement with a multivitamin just to cover all of your bases and make sure that you get all of your vitamins and minerals in that you need to perform at your best and to grow at an optimal rate. So take a multivitamin. The one that I use is the whole food multivitamin from the brand Nutrello. And the reason I personally use this one is because these vitamins and minerals come from whole foods and not synthetically made. Fifth supplement on my list is a pre-workout supplement. Now, there are many different pre-workouts on the market, some better than others, and they basically just have lots of different ingredients that will help you get a more intense workout. Ingredients like caffeine, citrulline malate, beta-alanine, stuff like this to help you get more intense workouts, to help you be more focused, to help you be more driven, to help you get a better muscle pump. Now, these don't directly build muscle, but what they do is they help you get a better workout in. And if you get a better workout in, essentially you should be ripping more muscle fibers, you should be applying a greater overload on your muscles, therefore creating a greater stimulus, resulting in more muscle growth, providing that your diet is on point. Now, like I said, there's many different supplements out there on the market. I recommend changing them up from time to time. I've got my own pre-workout that I designed of the ingredients that I know work best at the dosages that I know are most effective. So I'm pretty confident to say mine is one of the best pre-workouts in the world. And I can say that because I formulated it myself, and I did formulate this to be the best, not the second best. So that is why I think this is superior to all other pre-workouts out there. But that doesn't mean I don't use other pre-workouts from time to time. C4, Shot Rocks, pretty much just like Nerdalicious, Nerds, chuck them back, hits you like a pre-workout. Got this one here, Gorilla Mode, and Total War. But again, I change them up from time to time. Sometimes I use a pre-workout that doesn't contain caffeine, stimulant-free, just to give my body a break from stimulants. Because we also have to understand is if we're taking stimulants all the time, caffeine, your body's going to get used to that caffeine. And you stop having the same effect as you did when you first started taking the pre-workouts. So if you stop your stimulant-based pre-workouts for a couple of months, and then you go back to a pre-workout which contains caffeine, it's going to hit you like a truck. So that's why pre-workouts made my list. Even though they don't directly build muscle, they definitely help in giving a better workout, which will lead to further muscle growth. And the sixth and final supplement on my list for building muscle is specific vitamins and minerals that you are personally lacking in your diet. Now, like I said before, a multivitamin is great, but you have to also look at yourself as an individual. What is your diet like? What are the foods you're consuming? Are you short on any specific vitamins and minerals? And if you are, it is going to be optimal for you to supplement with that vitamin or with that mineral to have optimal levels so that you can make optimal gains. Now, it is very common for people to be low in vitamin D because not a lot of people consume a lot of foods rich in vitamin D, aside from eggs. So a lot of people are low in vitamin D. So vitamin D is a supplement that I usually recommend to people if they're not getting enough through their diet. I get a lot of vitamin D in my diet. I eat plenty of salmon. I eat a lot of eggs, like 6 to 12 whole eggs a day. The vitamin and mineral, or the mineral that I am lacking in my diet is calcium. I don't consume much foods that are high in calcium. I pretty much don't consume any dairy, aside from whey protein. But apart from that, I'm not really getting any calcium in my diet. Now, calcium is important for muscle contraction, and it has so many other functions in the body as well. It is super important to supplement with calcium if we're not getting adequate amounts in our diet. Now, my diet, I just don't like much foods that contain calcium. So for that reason, I am supplementing with calcium specifically to make sure I have optimal levels. Now, You may not need calcium supplementation. You might be getting enough from your diet. But you have to look at yourself and you have to look at your diet and you have to figure out what you are not getting enough of. And if you're low in a certain vitamin or mineral, maybe it's vitamin D, maybe it's vitamin E, maybe it's vitamin A, maybe it is calcium. But whatever that vitamin mineral is, I do recommend supplementing with that specifically so that you can make optimal muscle gains. Anyway, guys, this is my top 6 supplements that I recommend that you take if your goal is to pack on lean muscle. I hope you found this useful. Let me know in the comment section down below what your top 5 supplements are for building muscle. Let's see if it's the same as mine. And yeah, if you enjoy the stuff that I put out on my channel, make sure you search the rest of my videos. I've got over 700 videos up there on training, nutrition, supplementation, and I'm sure you guys will learn a whole lot if you spend hours going through all of my videos. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and see you in the next video, guys.